If coveting is a sin, one team here might need to ask for forgiveness, sitting just outside the rankings and wanting what their opponent today has, a spot in the top 25. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Auburn will kick off to get us underway. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Power football with the run. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dances away to buy time. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Williams looking for a man. Trying to burn this defensive back. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Taking it the other way. And the interception was enough. The return made it even better as he gets it down to the 48-yard line.
And on this opening drive, the offense trying to be aggressive, attacking deep down the field. But they're going to have to do a better job of taking advantage of those one-on-one matchups because that time the defense won. They were able to high point the football, creating the interception.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Guys, let's chat a little big picture Auburn. Big moment in recruiting last week. 4-star defensive back gives a verbal commitment. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Obviously, the adjustment of speed is a big deal, but that's why you go get a 4-star guy like this. I mean, he's got speed. He plays so many DBs at one time. This is a position I feel like you can transition to college really well. The expectations for him are going to be high.
And back to the air on 2nd down. Complete to the left. Oh, he's getting ahead of us, and he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Tigers.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. He's going to run it. on the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Crosses the 40. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
Got enough for the first. Breaks into the open. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
They are really clicking along, 1st and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. A 1st down run on the doorstep. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
They'll send the back in motion. On the direct snap, it's Pringle. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Now listen, the defense won that play. As an offense here, the key, David, you can't go back-to-back negative plays. You got to be smart with the football here. Looks like you're going to have to throw it. You just can't force it. You got to make sure you're playing with that clock in your head and can't take a sack.
And I think this is a situation where I spread you out. I get more speed on the field. I make the defense declare. I see what they're in, but I'm definitely throwing the football.
So given where the line of scrimmage was on that last play, the pass interference penalty in the end zone will put the ball at the 2. The Hurricanes will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. So the pop pass is busted up in the backfield for a loss.
Offense trying to go push pass on 1st down on the goal line, but the defense, tremendous surge up front. They get penetration, and they get the tackle for loss.
They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Miami!
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out, because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. A 70-yard touchdown drive, and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Ready to go back to work on offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Looking to throw on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's Thompson. And good coverage by the defense. Just a short gain.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Second down, they'll go to the air. working on the right. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Gain of 18. First down for the offense.
New set of downs after the completion. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, this defense was ready for go bumps against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Unloads to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Thompson. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
25 on the play.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Auburn going to work with another first down. Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Second and long. Here's a quick throw out to the left. There he goes. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Price. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to fire. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Snags it, and he will score. Touchdown, Tigers. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Williams will pass. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Quarterback making adjustments. Toss sweep to the right. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. He'll be knocked out of bounds after picking up a few.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Sends it back in motion. On the snap, it's Pringle. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Lining up to convert third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
So here comes the Auburn offense. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. They go to the ground. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
We got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Makes the catch. It's Simmons. Touchdown, Tiger. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Colorado is ahead early in Boulder, but that's not exactly Cordell Stewart out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 7 over Alabama. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. He's got it on the outside. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took him to the house, but they got him at the 24.
Nice job reeling in that catch. And listen, when you say Miami Hurricane football, to me, I think about burners at the receiver position. Michael Irvin, Andre Johnson, Santana Moss, Reggie Wayne, who I played with in the Senior Bowl. These guys could not be covered one-on-one. And this dude here in this offense today, he causes the same kind of problems. Really, really good route runner. He always seems to get open.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Tight end now in motion. The play action fake. Working that left side now. He'll be run out of bounds at the 13.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Takes it back to the 24-yard line, and this defense loves to feast on takeaways.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Craver. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
And as a quarterback, you know when you're throwing a corner route, the football is going to travel a long distance, so you've got to have great timing. You've got to get the ball out of your hands before the receivers come out of his break. You've also got to put a lot of air under the pass so the wide receiver can locate it. You can tell this quarterback has thrown a ton of these routes in practice.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. To the air on first down. Got a man, it's Price. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, you can take it to the house.
And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Trying play action. Buying some time as he moves left. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Williams looking for a man. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments.
Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Canes! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Intercepted, a first-half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Quarterback may change this route. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. It seems so inviting to try to get the ball outside, but this defense is so fast, you just end up running sideways.
And when you don't have any misdirection or something else to look at before you pitch that ball on the perimeter, a lot of times those guys can play even faster. They can see it right now. Those safeties fly up, those corners fly up, outside backers fly up, and get in the play immediately.
On the move. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Canes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Gets the back moving. Williams will pass. Unloads to the wideout. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one back.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds him out of the backfield. He'll be knocked out of bounds a couple of yards short, and that's a stop for the defense. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. This late in the half, here's the question: how aggressive will the play calling be? A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looking to throw. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. So, Jesse, they're able to connect on the crossing route against the zone. You run that pattern against that coverage. What do you have to keep in mind?
Well, the receiver needs to know where the soft spot is in the defense so he can gear himself down. And the quarterback, Reese, has to play with great timing. Because if he's too early or too late on the throw, that might get picked.
Grab near the sticks. It's Price. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Going for it all. Hits him in stride at the 10. They finally get him stopped. Man, oh man, did he almost make a play to end this half, but stopped on a touchdown-saving tackle. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Canes will kick it off to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic. Get him on the ground at the 20. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They have this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
Got it behind the line. It's Davidson. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Line getting set on second down. Wants to go up top. Caught near the sticks. It's Craver. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a first down like they did there.
They just keep firing. Sets up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen passes. It just never developed.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
Back to pass on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Well, you wonder that time if the QB was just forcing that one over to his running back. He's already made some catches in this game. The defense is aware of that, though, and that time they had outstanding coverage. There was no way that was going to be complete.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. Gives it to the back on the draw. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down?
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Auburn sends out the punting unit. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Cover guys do their job and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Offense changing the play. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Under fire. He'll try to do it himself. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You can tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
Williams looking for a man. Oh, he wants it all. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. On target to the left. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, and get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up, and then put another play back-to-back, and all of a sudden they get that momentum going. We know they've got the dudes. They've got the studs on both sides of the ball to win this football game. It just needs to start with one spark.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. They'll run play action. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Punts it out of the air. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
4th down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
And that defense is all over that one. No room to run after the catch. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play. And you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Williams will pass. Fires to the big fella. Across the 25, he's got room. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some 1st downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Play action. Throws to the wideout. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. On the direct snap, it's Pringle. They forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Making side adjustments here. Off the play fake. Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had his second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him. B, getting it to him.
He's going for the goal line. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Well, you're down here in the red zone. You know you've got to be able to run the football. So good call going with the toss play. Nice blocking up front. Good patience by the back finding his crease.
A very productive play on first. The Sneak scores it.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the 4th. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Colorado is currently trailing in this one, but I've seen crazier things at Folsom Field. Trust me when I tell you that. Guess what I'm saying is a comeback could be in the cards. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Alabama. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Got his man downfield. There he goes. The 20. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks vertical. The comeback, it looks like it's a go. I'm thinking speed, and then he sets it down. QB puts the ball on the money, and he makes the play.
With the run on 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chain. The clock has stopped for the timeout, and we have reached the final 2 minutes in this one. After giving up that big play, this defense has been a rock. 3rd and goal coming. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Look, you would love to have gotten the touchdown there, but at this point, just take the lead with the field goal.
And it's so hard because you've been thinking aggressive. Let's stretch this lead out now. You got to think, hey, I got to make them score a touchdown, get a field goal right here, and rely on my defense.
He'll set up to throw. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Comes from the 5-yard line. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Quarterback has to have command in those situations. You cannot afford a penalty like that deep in your own territory. And the Hurricanes buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on 1st down. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Quarterback making checks. Williams looking for a man. That's caught. It's Moore. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Canes come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Got it in the middle, it's Moore. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. That penalty cost them a 3rd down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. Score is deadlocked, and the clock is winding down. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game.
I get it. It's the 4th quarter. It's a tie game. I need to go out and make a play offensively. But I tell you what, I'm going to be on the sideline now after that interception. As a quarterback, I'm like, please, defense, please go out there and bail me out. Give me another opportunity to go take the lead and win this ballgame.
Well, this drive probably won't help them pile up yards, but they could get points quickly, starting it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Auburn! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
And, man, this game has been awesome. Some back and forth. Now you take the lead late. Nice job by the offense. And and now you just need your defense to come through for you. One more time, one stop, less than a minute remaining. Go out there, finish this thing off.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Williams will pass. He's taking a deep shot. He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's second down.
And you absolutely expect those shots from this offense, and I love it. The defense was prepared. You got to know where the burners are. You know he can go, so you got to play that deep route. They play it great. Don't give up the big play. Stay deep, and don't let anyone get behind you.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Timeout called by the offense. 29 seconds left on the clock. Trailing by a touchdown, getting late in the fourth, and this is a huge, perhaps a defining moment in this game. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Caught near the sticks. It's Carr. They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
Fourth down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the fourth down conversion.
Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the right. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
What a great individual effort here in this 2-minute situation. He makes the catch in the middle of the field. He knows he's got to find a way to stop the clock. The only way to do that is to get out of bounds. He uses his speed and his vision, and he's able to elude the defense to save some time.
He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to adjust the pattern. Williams looking for a man. Right down the middle. And the incomplete pass was just too hot to handle.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
What a fantastic job by the defense that time, forcing the incompletion. They've got the lead late, setting up fourth down. Can they come up with one more stop? If they get it, they might win this game.
This late in the game, there's really no question about it. To have any chance to tie this thing up, they have to convert here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Timeout is called with just a single second left. And they are looking to pull even with a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. Wants to go up top. Fires to the end zone. Last chance, and he's got it. He's got it for a touchdown. And they can send it to overtime with the kick. Or do they dare try to win it here?
Man, you did the hard part. What a drive, putting points together, getting 6. Now, what are you going to do? Decision time. Do you want to go for the win right now, go for the 2-point conversion, or kick this thing and go into overtime with seconds running down the clock?
A gutsy call to go for the deuce to try to win the game right here. Here we go. A designed run for the quarterback. He's into the end zone. The 2-point conversion is good. And with that, they win the football game. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps, they've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese.